The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness.
A series that is dear to me and played a significant role in my childhood is God of War. When the original game initially came out, I recall watching my dad play it and occasionally being asked to leave the room when it started getting M-rated. I have happy memories of assisting him in the second game, clearing levels that he couldn't. I've played the PSP games and I'm now playing God of War 3. My dad even sat in on me playing God of War 2018 too, bringing this journey of God of War somewhat full circle since he doesn't play video games anymore. Even though I haven't played every game in the series, I still adore it. But before all that, let's talk a little bit about Boomslank. Boomslank is a company that creates unique anime designs, whether it be phone cases, stickers, apparel, prints, and so much more. They have hundreds of unique designs brought to you by the talented P Shinobi that fits any taste under the sun. You like mecha, you like lo-fi, maybe you like something a bit more abstract? Well, Boomslank has you covered. And with them being the first sponsor of the channel, I'm very grateful. I'm eyeing a few of their designs myself. Feel free to go down there, use my link, and use code GRIMGAMESH for 10% off your next purchase. That's all caps GRIMM_GAMESH at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Pick yourself up whatever fits your fancy. Thank you so much for Boomslank for sponsoring this video. I was eager to play Ragnarok despite not being a fan of God of War 2018 originally. I didn't particularly enjoy the combat and I thought that the game's bosses lacked variety. Aside from Thor's sons, I spent a majority of the game fighting giant trolls or Balder. And while Balder's battles were fantastic, it still felt like a far cry from the level of variety present in the other games I had played before. Additionally, I felt like the gameplay could have been tighter. I'm not sure why, but if you've played 2018 and Ragnarok, you'll notice a difference between the two. Ragnarok just feels better to play overall. While I do prefer Ragnarok to its predecessor, it still has certain shortcomings, and one of them being the combat. While the game is more polished and tightly constructed than the original, the camera is still too close to your back. That wouldn't be a problem if you could move the camera a little further away like in Devil May Cry 5 or Final Fantasy VII Remake, but you can't do that here, leaving room for cheap shots from enemies you can't see, your only warning coming from Mimir or Atreus or from a red marker. The game also has a lot of downtime, which is sometimes a good thing because it helps break up the pace, but occasionally it goes a little too far. Like the first time Atreus meets Angrboda, picking fruit just wasn't fun to me. I went from thoroughly loving this game, doing every side quest and eagerly anticipating the next plot beat and a combat encounter to occasionally being frustrated and almost dropping it, having no motivation to play sometimes. Despite its slow middle, the climax of Ragnarok was everything I could hope for in a God of War game, so I'm glad I didn't drop it. Ragnarok, in my opinion, transforms from a good experience to a great one in the second half of the game, and it all begins with
Hello.
Heimdall is so fun to follow throughout the entire game. His hubris, arrogance, and know-it-all attitude. He is devoted to Odin, but he also feels that he is wiser than the all-knowing Allfather who sacrificed countless lives in search of knowledge. He frequently defies him in order to make what he thinks is the best for Odin and Asgard, missing the bigger picture which led to not only his death, but the destruction of his home. He underestimates his father. Of course, Odin knew Atreus was not to be trusted and he had ambitions to kill him, but he couldn't just get rid of Atreus. He had something he needed, the ability to locate the mass missing pieces, which he had been looking for years. At the story's conclusion, Heimdall's short-sightedness is the catalyst for Asgard's destruction and his father's death. How did he accomplish this, though? By taking on Kratos.
Completely giving away your position. What idiots.
This is when Ragnarok started to amaze me. The emotional impact that followed the boss fight, which was incredible in and itself, is what helped me truly appreciate this battle and the entire game. I could sense the theoretical clock ticking down to Heimdall's eventual downfall from the moment I first met him. I couldn't wait till he had stopped laughing, the moment he stopped his sarcastic comebacks. I couldn't wait to finally humble Heimdall. So when the time finally came and he was met face to face with Kratos, face to face with me, and the battle started, I was all in. Even though I agreed that Heimdall had it coming and went through the necessary preparations, I didn't feel satisfied after defeating him. Despite feeling the anticipation leading to this confrontation, in that instant I felt like Kratos, anxious, weighed down by the implications of my deeds. What just happened? He killed a god, I killed a god, but not the same way when he killed Baldur and Thor's sons in the first game. No, this was different. The god of war, the person who brought the Greek pantheon to its knees, was in control. If only Heimdall's ego didn't get in his way, it would have been possible to walk away from such a brutal and intense battle's conclusion. This simple moment, in my opinion, is when the game turned into a masterpiece. If you know me, you'll know that I'm not averse to seizing upon these moments, these tiny moments in the media I consumed. I've created a number of videos along the same lines, such as The Last of Us Part 2, where I talk about Ellie's response to her actions as she enters the theater, sharing a moment with Dina, or the sabacc game between Han and Lando. Moments like these, where the attention is on the main characters and all the positive and negative aspects of who they are as individuals are highlighted, really hit home with me. With Brock's death, Thor's betrayal of Odin, and the final battle between Atreus, Kratos, and Freya all taking on the Allfather, and Kratos reading the stone tablet one last time and discovering a fate he had never thought he could have had. The game only keeps becoming more intense from Heimdall's death moving forward. And that's all I had to say today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please tell me your thoughts on God of War Ragnarok. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your masterpiece moment? If you liked anything I had to say, please leave a like and subscribe. I'd like to get to 10K and we're already halfway there. I make this kind of analytical content on video games, anime, and manga, so stick around if this is your kind of thing. This is Grimtogi, this has been Beyond Animation, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.